Hi, I'm Pat. Okay, in this problem, part A and part B, they've given us an angle. They're asking us to draw the angle or sketch the angle in standard position, then to determine if that angle is a quadrantal angle, and if not, what quadrant does it fall into. Okay, so let's see. This first problem, part A, we have 405 degrees, so I am going to do a little bit of scratch work here. But you might also notice I've gotten myself ready for drawing this angle in standard position, just with these axes, okay? And I've labeled the degrees that I think you should know by now, right? These are like our main reference points: 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, okay? Make sure you know those, where they are. And then the scratch work that we're going to do is maybe looking at 405 degrees and realizing that it's already too big. Okay, it doesn't fall within my little framework there. So if you recall, what we can do is subtract 360 degrees. Okay, if I do that, in this case, I get 45 degrees. And the point of that is that 45 degrees, what that's telling me is that 45 degrees is coterminal with that 405 degrees that I'm supposed to now graph. That's what I'll do is in standard position, the initial side always on that positive x-axis. But knowing that 45 degrees is coterminal, I now know that my terminal side is right at the 45 degree mark. Okay. And to take into account this subtraction of 360, what that actually means is in order to get from the initial side to the terminal side, we actually went counterclockwise, right? Because it's a positive angle measure, but we actually went all the way around a full circle before we ended up at that 45 degree mark, okay? All right, good. But the rays that I've drawn, that's my answer for the angle, okay? Now, the directions also asked us if this angle is quadrantal. Do you remember what that means? The quadrantal angles are going to be where your terminal side falls on an axis, which you can see mine did not. So the follow-up question was, what quadrant did we fall into then? If it's not quadrantal, this is the first quadrant, right? Quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. My terminal side is in the first quadrant. Okay, good. Let's take a look at part B. Part B has a different angle measure than negative 540 degrees. I've got myself ready to go again, and the negative 540, again, is maybe too big for me to work with. But this time, it's too big in the negative direction. So instead of subtracting the 360 degrees, let's add 360 degrees. Quick little bit of math there, and we get negative 180 degrees. And so that's telling me that negative 180 degrees is coterminal with the angle that I'm looking for. Which means when I go to draw this guy, initial side always on that positive x-axis. But my terminal side this time is going to line up with that negative 180 degrees. So negative means clockwise, but 180 degrees just means I'm shooting straight to the left there. Okay, so there's my answer for the angle. I'm going to do this again where the way I'm accounting for this 360 degrees is that negative 540 that we're drawing is clockwise because it's negative, but it actually went a full rotation, a full circle before it stopped there. Okay. And finally for this one, there was that question again about whether it's quadrantal. And if you caught me about 2 minutes ago, I tried to describe how it's the terminal side falling on one of your axes. So this is a quadrantal angle. Okay. I hope that helps. Of course, I'm hoping you try some on your own as well.